What is up everyone, Movie back again with another Blu-ray and 4K update. This is just me showing off all the Blu-rays and 4Ks I've bought over the past few weeks, or should I say past month and a bit. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I do apologise for that, but I'm going to try and make these more consistent from now on and not have too big of a gap, because I love doing these videos. I love buying Blu-rays and 4Ks, you know, as you can tell behind me, so let's just get into it. It does what it says on the tin. I'm just going to talk a little bit about each one. Quite a simple video to make, really. Okay, so the first one, I only just picked this up because I missed the boat when these first come out. When this edition first come out, sorry. And this is a steelbook. Now, I don't buy too many steelbooks, but I have all the other movies on steelbook, so I wanted this one on steelbook. And I missed the pre-order of the first batch, but it has come in again onto the Zavvi website, so I picked it up. And that is Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. Splits a lot of opinions, this one, but doesn't every Star Wars movie. I don't think you can please anyone with any Star Wars film. The Force Awakens is probably near the top of my favourites, if not my favourite, but a lot of people don't like that film, so Star Wars is very, very subjective. There's a lot of people have a lot of nostalgia for the original trilogy and then the prequel trilogy, so they're naturally not going to like these as much, and that's fine. I don't mind this latest trilogy, to be honest. I think it's alright. But like I said, The Force Awakens is probably my favourite. I do like the original trilogy as well. But I didn't think this was too bad of a movie. You know, I enjoyed my time with it at the cinema. It's pretty much the same for all the Star Wars movies. I go, enjoy it, have a good time with it, and don't get too worked up about it, really. But look, I understand there's massive Star Wars fans out there, and that's fine. Everyone's different. But I'll just get this steelbook out to show you real quick. I won't go too overboard with it, but that is the steelbook. Hold it there, and there's the back, and we open it up and there's the full tilt there. But then we do have the discs. I'll just take them out real quick so you can see inside. 4K Blu-ray and a bonus disc, which is nice. Drop the disc there, and there's the inside artwork. So it's a nice steelbook. I like it. So yeah, I don't know when. One day I will review all the Star Wars films on this channel for sure. But let's pick this disc up. I will review all the Star Wars movies on this channel for sure one day. I just don't know when. Them comments are gonna be hate-filled. Next up is a 101 Films edition. Now, I've done a full unboxing of this on the channel, and that is Silent Night, Deadly Night, Part 1 and Part 2. Let's take this J card off, they are so annoying. Silent Night, Deadly Night, Part 1 and 2. I did watch these last month, and I enjoyed the first one. I thought the first one was a pretty good horror Christmas movie with, you know, some great kills in there. It's a slasher film, isn't it? Silent Night, Deadly Night, Part 2, though, yeah, it's just half of the first film. The first 45 minutes of that film are just flashbacks to the first movie. It's kind of annoying. But then when it does its own thing, it's not too bad. The main actor is terrible. He's absolutely horrific. But it's that bad, it's good. And I wish there was more of that in the movie. I probably would have enjoyed it more. But I'll quickly just get them out. You get a nice booklet there. If you do want to see the full unboxing of this, it is on the channel. I'll leave the link down below. There is Silent Night, Deadly Night. Nothing on the backs. And Silent Night, Deadly Night, Part 2. Garbage Day! Yeah, we all know that line if you've seen them movies, don't we? But, yeah, if you want to watch the full unboxing of that, it is down below. And this is another one that I have unboxed on the channel, which I'll leave down below as well. And it's one of my favourite movies of all time. Definitely better than the remake we just got. And that is The Witches. The HMV Special Box Edition. And I watched this month with my fiance, and it still stands up. It's still quite creepy, especially for a kid. I mean, I was still thinking, this is a bit heavy for kids, this, especially the first 10 minutes of the film. But it's just a really, really good film. These are witches that look like real humans and that you'd approach. The remake, they were just stupid, and as good as Anne Hathaway is, Angelica Houston is the real Grand High Witch, and I just love this film. I always will. It'll always be one of my favourites from my childhood. I'll always hold nostalgia for it. And on my Letterboxd, I still give it a 4 out of 5, I think. There's the Hammeray, if you want a quick look. And there's a booklet and stuff in there. But if you want to see the full unboxing of this, it will be down below. Next up is a Disney Pixar movie that came out this year, 2020 film, and that is Onward. And I had quite a good time with this. Tom Holland was really good at voice work. I think he's born to do that. Fully expect him to do more Disney movies in the voice animation department for sure. This is about two trolls who go on a big adventure really to find their dad. I think they find their dad or something like that. Yeah, but it's a fun film. It's got loads of different weird half human, half creature type people in there. It's all in like a big mythical world, but on Earth sort of thing. It's an alright Disney Pixar film. Not the best one, but I still enjoyed it. I still thought it was a good film. Quite a very strong emotional ending. That's what Pixar do best, isn't it? But it's quite a good film. It's on Disney Plus now, if you don't own a Blu-ray, and I do suggest that. It's worth a watch, definitely. Next up is another Disney movie, but this is a live action one, and that is Aladdin, the Guy Ritchie Aladdin movie. Now, I'll always want to go to the animated one before this, because I just hold that with a heavy heart. If I had done a top 100 movies ever, Aladdin would be in there. But I didn't mind this live action remake. I thought Will Smith was quite good as the genie in this. It looked kind of weird. It was like a bit of a musical theatre show, the way they were dressed and stuff, but it's kind of hard to recapture that big, bright, colourful animated film, isn't it? But it's virtually the same thing, but in live action. But I enjoyed it. It's not bad. Next up is another Disney movie. A live action one. By the way, them two were on 4K, and this one is on 4K as well. And that is The Lion King. Another one where I'm probably going to go to the animated, version first. But this wasn't bad. The CGI was really good in this, actually. But it's like Aladdin, it's kind of the same movie. So, yeah, this is more shot for shot than Aladdin. But it was alright. I enjoyed my time with it at the cinema. It was that nice to see it in live action instead of animation. Even if it's just a once, but I wanted it in my collection anyway. So, next up is one of my favourite movies of the year. And don't worry, I will be doing a top 10 movies of 2020 at some point. Maybe in January or something when I've seen all the movies I want to see. But this is a really good one, and that is Finding the Way Back. I just thought it was called The Way Back, but it's called Finding the Way Back over here for some reason. This is Ben Affleck, and he plays this guy called Jake, I think his name was, and he's struggling with alcoholism. His life's going nowhere really. He's split up with his wife, and he takes on this basketball team, this young high school basketball team, and it gives him a bit of energy back into his life, and he tries to get his life back on track. He's got a purpose. And it's a really moving story. It's a great drama. And I watched this just after watching I think that was called The Last Dance, on Netflix. So I was in a little basketball, a basketball moment there, if you like, because I just watched that and then I watched this. I do apologise if there's any glare on these Blu-rays, by the way, but this shouldn't be. Sorry if there is. But this is a really, really good film. I highly recommend this. I have reviewed this film. If you want to check it out, I'll leave the link down below. It's probably one of my favourite reviews I've ever done, because I thought I worded it quite good, actually. Not many people watched it, but reviews don't get as much views, but it doesn't matter. I do it for me and the select few people who enjoy them. But this is a really, really good film. Highly recommend this one. Next up is Ready or Not. Big shout out to my subscriber, Tom180, for giving me a heads up on this. Got it really cheap off a guy on eBay called Cinema Paradiso. First time I bought off him. Can't complain. Came within a day or two. Really cheap. No postage. But I really enjoyed this film. This is such a good horror comedy. And it's got the girl out the babysitter in, Samara Weaving. And she sort of gets this new boyfriend who's in a rich family. And they play a game as soon as this couple gets married. It's family tradition, and they sort of picked the game out the hat, and this one is it's like a hide and seek game, but if they find you, you're dead. So they're basically gonna murder you. And Samara Weaving starts taking this family on her own, but it's really a fun movie. I really liked this one, thought it was great. I definitely rewatched this again, hence why I bought it. But yeah, I just really enjoyed this. A really good film. Thanks for Tom for the great deal there. Sorry about that squeaking. Next up is a movie I have not seen. I think this is the only movie in the Blu-ray update that I haven't seen, and that is Black Mass, starring Johnny Depp. Now, the reason I picked this up, there's a couple of reasons actually. Someone I was speaking to a while ago at a party just about films told me that this is a really good movie. So it's Black Mass, by the way. Told me that this is a really good film, and I'm doing a collab with another YouTuber after the new year, and we're going to be talking gangster films, and this is going to be one of them. So I wanted to watch this. It was the only one out of the ones we picked. We picked 5 each that I hadn't seen, and I wanted to watch this, so I was ready for the video. But Johnny Depp plays a sort of crime lord in Blow, doesn't he? And I love that film. If he's half as good in this film, I'm sure I'll enjoy it. But looking forward to it. It's about a guy who's on the most wanted list, the FBI most wanted list, called James Whitey Bulger. And I remember going on the FBI most wanted list years ago when he was on there. I remember him actually being on. So I'm looking forward to this. I think he has to take down a mafia boss using the FBI. So he's working for the FBI and the mafia, and to take down a mafia boss he doesn't like, something like that. He's an informant, I think. Looking forward to it. It takes place in the 1970s. Next up is an Arnold Schwarzenegger film, my hero, and that is Jingle All the Way. I watched this the other day and I was so surprised how funny it was. I don't remember this film being that good. I remember enjoying it, but wow, this was amazing. I had such a good time with this film. It's only like 80 minutes long. It's just a fun movie to watch. Arnold Schwarzenegger, everything he touches turns to gold, doesn't it? And basically, if you don't know, he's got to find this figure for his son called Turbo Man, and he leaves it to Christmas Eve, and they're all sold out. So he's going everywhere trying to find this Turbo Man, and he's up against this postman who's trying to find it as well, and they're running all over the city trying to find this toy. But yeah, it's just a fun movie, and it's kind of like now, isn't it, with the PlayStation 5, people trying to get a PlayStation 5 right now, which is, you know, it can be a nightmare for parents, can't it? But this is a really fun movie. Arnold Schwarzenegger's classicness. Love that guy. And next up is a movie from my childhood, and it came to Blu-ray about a month or two ago for the first time, so I picked it up, and that is Casper. I actually went to cinema to see this way back in 1995. I remember really enjoying it. Bill Pullman's in this as like a scientist or something, but I can't remember too much about it. I just remember it being like a gothic style movie. But yeah, it's got the second movie in there as well. I forgot the name of it. A Spirited Beginning, and I quite enjoyed that as a kid as well. I thought that was alright. So yeah, nice little bonus in there. But that is Casper, and that is it for the movies and 4Ks. I did pick up one video game as well for the PlayStation 5. The only PlayStation 5 game I own, apart from Astro's Playroom, which came with it, and that is Miles Morales. I've nearly platinumed this now. I've finished the game, and it's really, really good. A really good Spider-Man game. Looks great on the PlayStation 5, especially when you go into picture mode or you zoom in close on Miles. It's really, really good. Graphically amazing, and the story was quite gripping actually. It's only like 12 missions or something, but there's a lot to do around the city as well, and I really enjoy this game. Highly recommend it, especially if you like the first one. So that is it for this Blu-ray and 4K update. If you want to see any more of these Blu-ray and 4K update videos, I'll leave it down below with the unboxings and the review of... what was that movie? The review of Finding the Way Back. And I'll leave my Blu-ray full collection down below if you want to check it out as well. So thanks so much for watching this video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you want to comment about any of these films, leave it down below and I'll reply to every single one of you, I promise. If you want to subscribe, it's up to yourself. Take it all easy, guys. And I'll see you all in the next video.